So when a school has a phenomenal athlete that brings in a whole bunch of revenue, fans wants to buy his jerseys, wants to buy things that he has, all that stuff from the university, that brings in millions and millions of dollars. So then, and after when people want to interview him like ESPN, CBS, you never know. When that person is doing all this stuff for the university, putting on for the university wherever he goes, that brings money to the school. And for them not to need to do all these interviews, travels all these places and do all that to just not get anything out of it, I don't think that's right. I think that they should get some type of compensation. I think that they should get some money. Now I'm not saying we should give them billions and billions of dollars. That's the NFL. But I'm saying we should give them substantially much more money than we do now, because they bring millions and millions of dollars to the university, and they're the reason why most universities thrive. They're the reasons why people go there sometimes, for the basketball team, for the football team. At University of Kentucky, some people just go to the university just to watch the basketball team play because it's just like an NBA team. So with all that being said, I really think that most universities should pay their student athletes, because it really is beneficial for us. Yes, there might be some people that take advantage of that, and that's very unfortunate, but at the same time, some people will they'll take advantage of it in terms of in a good way and put it to good use. Where I left off at is where I believe that most college athletes should get paid. And I say that because, like I said, the college are bringing in millions and millions of dollars a year to have people watch their athletes. And the money's coming to the school. And all of that is just a whole bunch of revenue. And that's where I come to the point where I think some college athletes should get paid. Now, when you think about it, you say to yourself, oh, he's at a D1 school, or he's at so-and-so, Florida or Georgia. He's taken care of. He's not struggling. But you don't know that, because, I mean, when they're here, yes, they're taken care of. But when they're at home, they could still be struggling. And some people need the money. They may not use it for the bad purposes that some people think, and they may use it for the family's rent, house, payments, their little brothers to go to a good school, so little brothers can get full scholarships and stuff like that. So people don't really understand how there's a lot more outside of just what we get at the institution. Sometimes we do need more, sometimes we still struggle even outside the school, and that's why I think college athletes should get paid. And if you look at it, every time we go on the field, every time we do interviews, every time we make a national championship, that brings millions and millions of dollars to the school. The coaches get paid. The coaches get millions and millions of dollars to the school, and the athletes just get a scholarship, somewhere to live and eat. We don't get none of that. And in order for us to get paid, we have to get to the NFL, and sometimes that's not guaranteed for us. So another reason why I think we should pay is because we put our physical health, our mental health, all on risk. I mean, concussions, injuries, surgeries left and right, knee surgeries, shoulder surgeries, all types of surgeries, just so we can go on the field and perform for our university, so we can win, so we can bring in more money, so we can have people say, oh, let's donate here, and that's bringing tons of millions and millions of dollars to the school. When a school should college athletes be paid? Big time inter-college athletes is a big business, and it's something that brings in millions and millions of dollars a day. My opinion, I think college athletes should get paid. Today, I'll be telling you about why the pros and the cons of when college athletes get paid and when college athletes don't get paid. Me, honestly, I think college athletes should get paid. My thesis is this: NCAA makes millions and millions of dollars a year, and they don't pay the college athletes enough. Right now, based on all the information that I learned, is that most of college athletes just get the minimum living, food, some of the necessities in terms of clothes, workout clothes, not living everyday life clothes. So I feel like there's a lot of things that go with it. I'm gonna start by talking about why college athletes should not be paid. College athletes should not be paid because I feel like if you're just handing them money and just giving them millions and millions, because the college football and basketball brings in the millions and millions of dollars a year. So I feel like if you're just giving them money, handing them money left and right, then they're gonna stop focusing on the academics and everything else. They're gonna start buying nice cars, nice things, not really focus on the little things in terms of, oh, why I need this, why I have to go to class, stuff like that. Instead, they're gonna be out partying, spending the money, going to strip clubs, stuff like that, which is very unnecessary, and that's not something the collegiate program wants. College athletes, it can be argued that college athletes received enough in terms of scholarships. Most people right now would say, oh no, college athletes don't need to be paid because they get a full scholarship to universities that cost maybe $60,000 a year. They get food, they get living, they get housing, they get a little stipend that maybe be $250 to $300 a month, maybe more depending on where you live. If you're off campus or on campus, all of those things come into play, and a lot of people believe that college athletes get enough in terms of, oh, they don't need to get some money from what the school makes and stuff like that, because they're already getting $60,000 in terms of their tuition and transportation and all these little other things. So some people feel like that even entertaining the fact that they should even get a stipend is something that does not need to be even talked about. And I can see where some people are coming from, because that is a lot of money in terms of how much you're getting. Like, if I was a student athlete, I would be so happy to just get a full scholarship and stuff like that. That's a lot of money in terms of what my parents aren't spending. So I see like where they come from in terms of, oh snap, why do they need even more money when they're getting $60,000 a year, including the stipends, including food and meals, but everybody else who's just a regular student and stuff like that, they have to pay their way. So for me, in terms of that point, I think I see where most people are coming from in terms of compensation is enough already, and basketball players and football players don't need more. But at the same time, going back to my thesis statement, I do think college athletes should get paid, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that one right now. This is why college athletes should get paid. If you think about it, the system in terms of the NCAA, in terms of basketball, football, track, and a lot of other sports. Now, let me start off with track and all those other sports. They don't bring as much revenue as football and basketball. And when you go up football and basketball brings in maybe $757 million a year. I think they brought in, I want to say, $757 million in 1992, and it's just been increasing, and that's a lot more than the NFL. So if you just think about that, we as athletes are making ton more money in terms of people coming to our games, people watching